It's the biggest mistake, the main mistake. And I was like, what? Literally go to Japan and live there? It sounds like a dream to me. How did I learn Japanese language in just 2 years? And it's simple. I just moved to Japan and that's it. But I don't recommend it. If you keep listening, maybe you'll find out why. Started when I was 14 or 16 into anime and culture, and I was watching Bleach, Naruto, Fairy Tail, or so many. Hellsing, Ghibli of course, Sword Art Online, Samurai X, Shaman King, Pokemon of course. Not Dragon Ball, by the way. We didn't have it on the TV, funny enough. Or last year of middle school, whatever. And I had this tablet that I bought from AliExpress, and it's a Chinese website when you buy cheap stuff. And I was downloading different apps, and one of the apps was called Japanese language. And me, who ran back home from school just to make it in time to watch Pokemon episode that was released that day. I was so interested so that I decided to try it, and I told my mom I'm gonna learn Japanese and whatnot. So ridiculous. Come on, we're in the middle of nowhere in Russia, like 60,000 people, little town. I know you like it, but come on, like Japanese language, are you serious? It was so ridiculous. But I kind of played with the app and was able to learn hiragana and katakana, and was able to learn how to read those letters and symbols. Then I found the PDF of the writing sheet for hiragana, and I struggled so much with a single symbol, which is ah. I was so stupid. I couldn't get how do you write? There was strokes, but it was no order, and I've spent so much time. But after that, I found out, okay, if I just skip the first one, the rest is easy. I learned how to read, and maybe that's it. So I just gave up on that. I never really had a chance to read or see something. Then my life is an interesting journey. Ended up working in China for 3 years. I met people that were going to apply for a language school in Japan. Every morning we go to McDonald's, have breakfast, and study Japanese. We're going to Japan. We're going to apply to language school. And I was like, what? You can't literally go to Japan and live there? You can learn Japanese language in Japan? It sounds like a dream to me. So fast forward, 2022, April. I arrived in Tokyo as a language student to learn Japanese in Japan. The dream has come true. Actually, I didn't think so. I've been to Japan twice before that, and I've seen people sleeping in the trains and a lot of stress, I understand. And I couldn't think about myself working in Japan. That may be a topic for another video, but still. 2 years learning Japanese language in a language school. And I don't recommend it. I hate it from the beginning. I hate the system. I hate schools. I don't think school is a good place to learn a language. I forgot to mention that when I was in China, 2020, 21, 22, started that audio course, Pimsleur. That course was really helpful. I like the system. I did it with Chinese as well, all 5 levels, couple times. Wait, hold on for a second. Well, today is quite a wind day. Just got myself a copy. I think copy is something they say in Vietnamese. A copy. A cup of coffee will be a copy, guys. Or should I? When it gets more difficult, the conversations, the dialogues, not good. Don't recommend going higher than the 3rd level of Pimsleur. So do 3 levels of Pimsleur, and that will be a good basis. Just to summarize the mistakes. Mistake number 1 is to give up. It's the main mistake. It's the biggest mistake, to give up. I should have continued. As long as you're continue learning every day, you'll be good. This is what I did with English. Just keep learning, keep watching stuff I like, keep improving. Number 2, applying for Japanese language school. Yep, I think that was a mistake. That's not the way you learn a language. I disagree with the method. I hate it. Shouldn't be doing this. Mistake number 3, not enough exposure of Japanese language while being in Japan. Didn't get many friends. I just had a couple acquaintances at once and never again in my life. Mistake number 4, only using English, watching everything in English as well. Because why do I need Japanese? I have Japanese for 4 hours in the school and I hate it. Mistake number 5. Teacher Michael, correct me if it's wrong. Actually, not to study hard enough. I didn't have a goal of being the best student or taking that test and succeeding. There's a lot of mistakes I made. And yeah, Japanese. I love the language though. Maybe mistake number 6 would be hating on Japanese. Studying Japanese language in a language school, teachers are Japanese, and I'm hating it. I'm not hating it so much so I don't even have any desire, any motivation to study it myself after the school. If you're studying in school, I would recommend to study in advance. Mistake number 7, learning from the book rather from the people. Not using apps, not being exposed to Japanese enough. I think like I mentioned those mistakes. Yeah, so it gets pretty windy, and I guess I'm finishing on that note. By the way, 2 things to say. Number 1, I created a form for you to ask your question and I can record the video, something like that, when I talk to the camera and answer your question, but it will be personalized. I will just send it to you, to your email address. You will get your question answered. So try that. And number 2 is this video about China and Japan and what is the biggest difference between those two. I've lived in China, I lived in Japan. Maybe you will find it interesting. It's just right over here. And see you in the next one.